than interconnected relationships as far as I can see, and how men deal with women and vice versa, and how they deal with their children and everybody else. And it has changed. It has changed since the 90s. It's changed since the 80s. We just have to ask Brett Kavanaugh about that one. You know, and I remember the 70s, and I remember clearly how relationships were in the 70s. I can't remember back into the 60s because I was only a baby. But what I'm trying to say is there is a very distinctive change in how people behave towards one another. And my parents were from Churchill's. Do you know what I'm saying? They were old enough that they were of the same stock as what Churchill is. And so I recognised how he related with his wife, and I understood it a lot more than perhaps you would, because your mother and your father are more modern, if you will. I
still reckon the fact that the movie brought it up, that it was an issue. They actually said it was an issue.
They had issues.
No. The film brought it up as an issue, but then didn't show it how it was an issue. Why bring it up as an issue without saying how? Could you answer that yourself? No, I can't. That's what my problem is.
Right. Okay. So
that's what I'm saying is wrong, because she's going, you know, so you could be here. We've all had to take sacrifices.
Yeah.
I've had to sacrifice. The children have had to sacrifice, and you're getting all these pictures of his son looking totally devastated. I'm thinking, well, what's happened? And then they don't show them any longer. He's in the film for a second, and you never see him again.
And then they get pushed to the background.
I would have liked to have seen their point of view or something there, just to give me a bit more closure as to what the issue is. Okay, is what I'm explaining.
Now, to sound completely pompous, I'm going to say that proves my point exactly. Now, yeah, I know, it's shit, I know. But that's what I'm saying. In that particular time period, all of that shit...
Why bring it up at all as an issue? Why not say nothing then? Because it shouldn't have been an issue back then. You know, who cares if he was a bad father? Because he was Prime Minister.
All of what you're saying
What
is
I'm
correct.
saying is that they actually wrote it out and filmed it as an issue.
Yes.
If they had not
but they didn't fill it out.
But what I'm saying is, if they hadn't even said it was an issue, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Right.
Because you know what? His wife's in her rightful place for that time period. His children are in their rightful place for that time period. So, however, the film brought it up as an issue.
So you're upset by the fact that the film picked the thread, but it didn't pull it all the way out.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's what I mean. If they hadn't said anything about and had all these scenes of his wife looking devastated about her situation, it wouldn't have been an issue. If she just sat there like a good little housewife.
Other movies do that though.
No, but they go either they're crap and they don't go into it, or they go into
But this really upset you.
No, I'm just saying that's the downfall for the film. Why go, this is an issue, and then do nothing about it?
It's not necessarily a downfall for the film. I think
it is. Why bring up something and then just go, but we're not going to discuss it? It's like me going, Paul, I would like to discuss Australian politics, but we're not going to discuss it.
Well, yeah, fair enough. You know,
that's what I mean. I'm going to bring up one thing, but you know what? Now we're not going to discuss it.
No, look, I understand your frustration, and knowing you as well as I do.
Where if they hadn't have brought it up as an issue, if his wife had just sat there and gone, we're so proud of you. Oh, it's so wonderful. We love you so much, my husband. And the children are so happy, and they all had happy smiles on their faces while drinking their champagne. Then we would have all gone, for that time period.
I can understand your frustration, and I get it. I do. I genuinely get it.
So none of this whole, I'm back in my day.
I was trying to explain.
I understand where women were in that time period, and I realise that that's the film.
They'd have their
that's the way it
and
is.
then they were expected to state their case and pull back. But
I get that, but if they're going to bring it up and discuss it, and then not discuss it, that irritates me.
Maybe it was just brought up as a bit of a time check. I don't know. I didn't. Look.
Go back and watch the scene where his wife and kids are there with the champagne glasses and listen to the context of the conversation. Such a pain in the butt.
I know, but it didn't look. For me, it didn't strike badly. I have seen family environments like that where you have the alpha male of the head of the household standing up and making up.
That's not the issue.
No,
the issue is that
they point, aren't I?
Oh, God. The issue is they actually brought it up in the dialogue. They're discussing it, but then they don't go any further. It's brought up. They're talking about it.
Okay, I'm being dense here, aren't I? I'm so sorry. I apologise.
Go back and watch the champagne family drinking scene.
I will go back and have a look at it tonight.
And when she goes, blah, 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 clink, move on to the next scene, you go, oh, hey, go back.
But maybe it was just... No, I won't dig myself in deeper.
But otherwise, it was an alright film.
Well, that was fun.
But as in... Historians shouldn't get upset when they're treating it like a film.
No, but you've got to, when you make a historical movie, I mean, I think everybody, even historians, understand that you've got to be able to make it accessible for modern audiences, and people are going to have to enjoy it. Now, I enjoyed it from end to end, bookcase to bookcase.
That's good.
Yeah, I did. I loved it. I thought, I haven't seen King's Speech, but I get the feeling it's going to be...
You haven't seen the King's Speech?
No, I haven't. We might have to do that one.
I've watched it and I actually really liked it, but I like Geoffrey Rush.
Okay. Well, Geoffrey Rush is excellent. There's no...
and I found I got what might have confused me if I hadn't seen it.
Does it have the same kind of timbre about this film compared to that other film?
I like the King's Speech better than The Darkest Hour.
Okay.
But then that's just me.
Does it have the same sort of feel, though? That's what I'm asking. Because this is a movie about words. I
know, but there's also... I like the way that Colin Firth portrays King George, as in the... you get to see not a weaker side, but a softer side, and the side where he's having to fight against his father and against the public and against having to speak out, which is a great fear and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
Where this one, they've tried to do that with this character, and it's worked out really nicely. You're feeling for him and everything, and you're getting to think about how he would feel in that sort of regard. Right. Where if you'd been a historian, you might not have got that. So I find it more for that movie, but I also found watching King's Speech before The Darkest Hour gave me a bit more of a background for...
Okay, well, that's interesting. That's good to know.
King George.
Now, I'm sorry to be such a dictator here, but time is moving on, and we've waffled on enormously about that first section.
Well, I think that was the argument.
Yeah, I know, and I think I understand what you're saying, and we'll probably have to thrash it out a bit more afterwards. But yes, I think that's a valid point what you're bringing up. Let's talk performances. What did you think of Gary Oldmans' performance of Churchill?
I thought he did a fabulous job.
You did? Mm-hmm. Okay. What about...
he won almost every single award under the sun for that.
Well, everybody made a big hoo-ha about it, but that doesn't necessarily make it so.
I found it was good. Yeah. I mean, yes, he didn't mumble as much, but that's because he's doing a film, and you don't want subtitles underneath when he's speaking.
Yep. Look, for me, because I've seen Gary Oldman in a lot of things, and if nothing else, the man is flexible. So much so that you can almost not recognise him sometimes.
Oh, there's no way you would recognise him.
No.
That fat suit was awesome.
Hey?
That fat suit was awesome.
Well, it was, but the eyes that were shining out from underneath all of that prosthetics. What's the word for it? The prosthetics.
Yeah, that's the right word.
The eyes were a lot younger than you would have thought of a man of Churchill's age, and it did come through, I felt. That was the only tell that I could tell, because he was very intense in his gaze. Did you get the same level of intensity for you or not?
I found the performance intense. I wasn't looking deeply into Gary Oldman's eyes.
Perhaps you should. Look, I don't want to go into many brushes, but the guy can fucking act.
Oh, he's fabulous. He's incredibly talented.
And as an actor, he's a bit of an actor's actor. You know, like, he can just put his hand to any particular role. And I think in this he was showing off a little bit and saying, hey, look, because...
I bet he worked bloody hard.
I'm sure he did, because his voice is so clipped. It is so precise. And he had to mumble his way all the way through this, because Churchill was a terrible mumbler.
Oh, no, but he couldn't... He had to put a mumble on it, but he can't mumble all the way through. Otherwise, like I said, you'd have to have subtitles underneath.
Yep.
People have to be able to understand what he's saying, but still get the idea that he doesn't speak clearly.
That's right. And he certainly pulled that off. Personally myself, I was blown away by his performance. I think it was...
He did beautifully. It was excellent.
I have not seen, bring in Cary Grant and sit him down in a chair and get him to watch. Because seriously, take note.
Leave that man alone.
No, I'm going to... Every time there was a case of bad acting, I'm just going to drag him in by the bloody ear.
I also just made me laugh that King George was Ben Mendelsohn, and we looked at him for Ready Player One.
Yeah, I know. No,
I thought he did much better in King George in this film than he did in that one.
Yeah, but like he was so clipped and everything. Like Ben Mendelsohn is he's an Australian actor, isn't he, from memory?
Yeah, but listen,
Mendo.
when he's got lots of like great scripts.
Yep.
You can only do as well as what you're provided with, really.
Yes.
So he did a very good job in this.
He did, because he was given a little bit of, he had... I think Mendo is a bit of a character actor. I don't think he's a good frontman, the main lead.
I haven't seen him as a main lead.
No, well, he keeps getting character roles. And Edward VI is a character role.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen him in that.
Yeah. No, in this movie.
Oh, no, sorry, I thought you meant like a separate film.
Yes.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
And playing a villain is always, by default, a character role. Because you've got to be evil.
He wasn't, anyway, it doesn't matter.
He was quite evil in it.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I just said I found he did a better job in this than he did in Ready Player One because, there's a bit more depth in this one.
Yes.
So, you got more to put your teeth into.
It is quite a bitey movie.
Star rating.
Starring?
You.
Star rating?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, I haven't even thought about it.
I know, I could tell.
Yeah.
Because your mind just went like a rabbit in the headlights.
I have to say, in all honesty, I really, really enjoyed this film. I've watched it twice, and each time was with rapt fascination. I thought... I don't usually give many points for acting performances and things like that because I expect the people to turn up and do the fucking job. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're an actor, turn up onto the script, say the lines, say them properly, and give a good performance of it. It's very rare that I'll go, I couldn't do that, or most people couldn't do that, or just about nobody could do that. It takes that particular person to do that. Do you know what I mean? And I got that with Gary Oldmans doing Churchill. I don't know how he able to manage to fit himself into doing that, but
he's just very talented.
Whatever muse he used,
he would have listened to lots of
the amount of hours he
Churchill,
just sat there,
listening and watching Churchill.
Right, and that's why I asked you before the movie. Listen to a couple of Churchill's speeches, the original, so that you could hear that to what he was doing.
But people don't need to do that.
No, of course not.
They get a better appreciation, but they don't need to.
Perhaps we can say, from the fact that we did it, let's say that he did a very credible / authentic job on Churchill's voice. It was very close. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Star rating. It's not a film with a great deal of action. It's not a film that moves fast. It's not a film that has any kind of plot other than what happened in history.
I think they made a plot out of it.
Yeah, I know. But, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't this hero arc or anything particular other than Churchill.
There was hero arc. It was him going, because he had to